Hey, Vinicius Brazil here with the Brazil Group and a Santa Clara housing market update for the month of October 2020. And if you're currently wondering what's going on with the Santa Clara housing market, is this a good time to be buying a home? Is this a good time to be selling a home? This is exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look at the previous month's sales of September, how they compared to August's sales. We're going to look at the market right now in terms of October and what we're noticing, what are current inventory levels, and try to make sense of all of this and see where the market could be heading in the coming months. So if this sounds interesting to you, please stay tuned and let's take a look at the Santa Clara housing market. So every month I publish a blog article here on our website, santaclararealestateguide.com. You're welcome to visit it. We also share it on our Facebook page, and we have a monthly newsletter that we send out to all our subscribers going over this. So basically, I just want to recap what happened in the month of September. September, we had 58 homes that closed escrow, which was the same amount in August. And during the month of September, there were 47 homes that accepted contracts. So that means that there are 47 homes that were sold. They didn't close escrow, but they were sold in September. And the previous months was 68. So we saw a bit of a decrease in terms of the number of homes that were sold in September relative to August, right? And then just average price figures in September, 1.46 was the average price of a home sold. That was $70,000 lower than August's figure of 1.53. And then the median price was 1.4, which is about $80,000 lower than August's median price. So prices were a little bit lower in September, and I don't think the market had dropped. It's just more indicative of lower price homes being sold. Another factor here, the average cost per square foot decreased from $962 per square feet to $923. Okay, and then another important figure to look at is the prices of homes that are being sold, if they're being sold over asking and how much by. In this case, average homes that sold in the month of September sold for 2.78% over asking, and that was a drop from August's 4.17%. So market kind of cooled down a little bit in September relative to August. And we're kind of noticing that a little bit now. Maybe it's because we're getting so close to the election and people want to know what the outcome is going to be before they make a decision on whether they're going to sell their house or whether they're going to be buying a house. But it's hard to say. But definitely it seems like the market has just cooled down a little bit. So lastly, we started the month of September with 51 active single-family homes that were listed and finished the month with about 46. So inventory levels slightly lower, but what's really going on right now is we have this yo-yoing effect of inventory, where inventory can swell up as high as, say, 55 homes, maybe even as high as 60, and then drop down as low as 45 homes or close to 40. So inventory has been pretty much in that zone for the last 2 months and continues to do that even right now in the month of October. So here we are as of the recording of this video, October 21st. And I just checked on the market. We've got about 50 homes or 52 homes on the market in Santa Clara right now. And still, we're noticing multiple offers on some of these more desirable and updated and fixed up homes. And there's still quite a lot of buyers that are out there looking at homes and making offers on homes. So why is inventory so important? Well, inventory is the thing that drives our market. So when we have periods of very low inventory, we have a lot of multiple offers. Generally, prices are going up at that time. And when there's a lot of inventory, maybe somewhere around 60 to 70 homes on the market starts to stall and may even start to drop. So it's a very cyclical thing. And typically this time of year in the fall, approaching the holiday season, we notice that inventory starts to drop and the market starts to get a little bit tighter. In other words, pricing stabilizes and may even start to go up gradually. But right now in our current market, there's plenty of new inventory that's being introduced where we're not noticing that. Now, I personally feel, because it's at the end of the year and this is typically what we see in the holiday season, is we will see lower inventory, and by the beginning of the year the inventory numbers will be probably less than half of what they are right now. Right now what's happening in terms of inventory is not typical. Normally this time of year we would start seeing inventory dropping, but we actually have more homes on the market now than we did in the summer, and definitely in the spring. So, with the pandemic, we've seen the market change in terms of behavior, both from sellers and buyers. So it's going to be interesting to see what we experience moving forward. Buyers out there, if you're actively looking, you might feel like the market's a little tough, like there's some competition out there, and that you've been maybe outbid on the property that you were interested in buying. But understand that the market relatively isn't as strong as it typically is and could be in the beginning of the year. So you may want to make sure that you're being serious when you are making offers, and look at this as perhaps a good opportunity to buy before the conditions get harder for buying. Now, sellers, currently the market is, I guess you can say, stalled. It certainly hasn't accelerated like a market would when inventory is dropping down. So certainly not as strong as maybe last month. And moving forward, maybe it'll stay this way until we get results of the election. Hard to say, but the likelihood that the market will be better for selling in the beginning of the year, or even maybe towards the end of the year, I think is very strong. So if you haven't visited our site, please stop by and take a look at our market update with all the information that I was talking about. We've got this really neat infographic that summarizes some of those details. Also, we've got links to our Altos Research market reports. And if you don't know what those are, we subscribe to Altos Research and we provide those to all our clients and anyone who's interested. And they give you accurate, up-to-date market information weekly, every 2 weeks, or even every month. And this is what it looks like. Basically, you get an email with information with this page, and you can see what's trending for the list prices, days on market, inventory. But what I find most important and easy to read, if you just want to know what's going on in the market, is it getting better for selling? Is it getting better for buying? Just follow the market action index. And if this number gets stronger or higher, it's a stronger seller's market. If it starts to drop down, it's becoming a more of a buyer's market. So, you're probably busy. You just want a quick way to follow the market. I recommend subscribing to our Altos market research reports. We've got all the home sales that happened in October. So if you want to see what sold, what was the list price, what closed, maybe homes near where you live, we have them all here. And you can look back as well at some of the older reports that we had for August of 2020 and July of 2020. Hey, thanks so much for watching our housing market update. If you've got any questions about this video or the information we covered, or any questions about your home or the housing market, please reach out to us. We're happy to talk to you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next month.